Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a few months and I'm excited to be back. I've taken a lot of time off to really focus on myself and come back better and stronger and all the things, just not with my sobriety, but my mental health. And I've learned a lot of things about my sobriety in the past, about myself and about my sobriety in the past couple of months. Sober isn't just about getting rid of alcohol, or whatever it is for you. It's because when you get rid of the alcohol, there are so many things left that are still so toxic and addictive in your life. A toxic relationship, toxic habits, toxic family members, toxic just everything. And then on top of that, you also have the toxic just things that have happened to you for the reasons you drink. And when you don't deal with any of those things, it makes getting sober a lot harder. And I think I've mentioned being like a dry drunk before, and to really get into it, for me specifically, I want to kind of go in. I got sober and I was like healed, and I really felt that way. I was like, oh, I'm not the problem anymore. I'm sober. I don't need to sit there and work on these things or whatever it is. And the truth was, like, I did, because underneath, like I said, underneath the drinking, there were so many other things. And in that time, I've cut out people out of my life that I'm not going to sit there and say they were bad people, because they weren't. They weren't bad people, but it just wasn't fitting with what was healthy for me and where I was trying to go with my life. And I felt like sometimes I tried to appease people, and I worried so much about not hurting other people's feelings, because it wasn't anything they did wrong. It was just, for me and myself, it was better for them to not be a part of my life. And I felt guilty about that. And I felt like, well, I shouldn't have to cut this person out. And at the end of the day, though, it hurt me. I've always put others' feelings and their wants and needs over my own. And I say this, I tell my friends this all the time. I was like, today I'm choosing violence. I'm choosing myself. But I feel like it's just like a powerful way for me to say, hey, I'm putting myself first over anyone else's needs. And it's something I've learned about being a mother as well, that if you don't choose yourself over anyone else, you're not choosing your child over anyone else. Because there's been times and moments where I've made decisions that didn't help me, and I wasn't in a mentally good place for my child. Because at the end of the day, I'm her mother. I feed her, I clothe her, I bathe her, I do all those things. So that's the biggest thing. Choose yourself. Put yourself first. It's okay to be selfish with your time and with your own wants and needs. I definitely would suggest, if you have an opportunity to find some kind of counseling, I hate saying that because I know counseling isn't exactly the cheapest thing ever. For me, is I realized the more into my sobriety I got, I was clean and I was making better decisions, but there were still so many bad habits and things that I did that I didn't even realize I was doing. Didn't even realize they were toxic. I didn't realize my habits and my routines weren't toxic to other people. I literally feel like I'm getting eaten alive right now. I'm so sorry. But there were so many things that I did that I felt that were not healthy to myself and the people around me that I didn't even realize. So getting into therapy, getting down into the deep and gritty of it, because it's easy to, I'm sorry. It's not easy to get sober, but I feel like what the really hard work starts is, why did you drink in the first place? Actually sat down and thought of what made me drink the way that I drank. Because I think I always blamed it a little bit on oh, that's how everyone drinks. Well, actually it wasn't. Not everyone drinks like that. Like a crazy person. Like I did. I didn't drink because I liked the taste of beer. I didn't drink because it relaxed me. I drank because I wanted to get obliterated. That was always the end goal in mind. It was not for relaxation or enjoyment, to have fun. It was to get just demolished and just black out. And it was the only time I feel like I wasn't trying to control everything with my mind. Not controlling my mind, but you know what I mean? I wasn't trying to control everything and overanalyze every little situation. My brain, it was the only time my brain ever shut up. Peace of mind of just not having to hear your thoughts ramble on and on and on, kind of like my words are right now, was just such a relief for me. And that came from so many other things, issues that I deep rooted with my family, deep issues with abuse that I have relationship at one point in my life. And it was mentally and physically abusive, and it was something that like I really didn't delve into and really deal with till like 4 years ago. And that kind of stuff, it just haunts you, and it's gonna make you drink and do all those things. So it's more than just, that's why I wanted to say, like, you know, if you're newly sober, I would highly suggest when you sit down, look at the people around you. Are these people gonna truly bring you to a better place? I have like so many people around me now that I love. Like, I feel like my friends in my close circle now are gonna elevate me, and I'm gonna elevate them. And like, you know, it's not about like someone getting me to where I want to be, but it's like, I like being around people that like, oh my God, that's a great idea. Or, oh, hey, this is gonna be fun. Like, let's do this and like better ourselves in some way. And I think I'm getting so far from, you know, alcohol was such a waste of my time. Like, I think about how much of a waste of my time I spent on alcohol, like thousands of dollars. I don't even want to know the dollar amount that I probably spent on alcohol in my 20s, but I could have probably bought like a brand new car with that money. And that makes me mad. It makes me so mad. Because now I'm like looking at the things that I spend my money on now, and it's all about investing myself and investing just to making a better future. I'm not spending money on like frivolous things. It's all about, you know, building a life for me and my daughter. Like I said, it's been a hot minute since I've been on here, and I'm gonna really try to get on here more, because I know you guys like the sober videos and listening to me rant and ramble and making no sense of anything. But I have a lot of cool things planned in the next couple of months that I'm gonna vlog and record, and maybe do some videos with Maze, because I know you guys love seeing her little sassy butt. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate everyone who stayed around for my like couple month hiatus break. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave some comments. What's some stuff you guys want to see from me, anything like that.